Home remedies for laryngitis. Laryngitis is the result of an inflammation of the vocal cords, larynx. It is usually caused by excessive strain on the vocal cords or a viral or bacterial infection. The most common symptom of laryngitis is a hoarse or weak voice. Sometimes people cannot talk at all. It is often accompanied by a sore throat and dry cough. In the most cases, it is an acute condition that heals with time and has no serious consequences. But you can get rid of the pain and inflammation and restore your voice more quickly with some easy and simple natural remedies. The problem usually lasts for a few days or up to 2 weeks, at the most. If it persists longer, then it is likely to be chronic laryngitis, for which you need to consult a doctor.
1. Apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar has antimicrobial properties that help fight infections and thus can be used to treat laryngitis. Mix 2 tablespoons of raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar and a tablespoon of honey in half a cup of water. To increase the effectiveness of this remedy, you can add a little cayenne pepper too. Drink it twice a day. Prepare a solution by mixing 1 tablespoon of raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar in a glass of warm water. Gargle with the solution several times a day until you get relief.
2. Onion syrup. Onion syrup acts as a natural expectorant and is an effective natural cure for larynx inflammation. Cut up 3 to 4 medium-sized onions. Simmer the pieces in 4 cups of water until the solution thickens to a syrup-like consistency. Mix 5 tablespoons of the onion syrup in a glass of warm water. Add 1 tablespoon of honey and a few drops of lemon juice. Sip the mixture slowly.
3. Ginger. Fresh ginger is good for your throat because it soothes the inflamed mucous membranes of the larynx. Boil thinly sliced fresh ginger root in a covered pan of water for 10 minutes. Strain the liquid and allow it to cool to room temperature. You can also add some lemon juice and sweeten it with honey. Drink this ginger tea several times a day. You can also try sucking on a few candied gingers throughout the day or simply eat a few thin slices of fresh ginger root.
4. Warm salt water. Warm salt water helps kill bacteria and promotes healing of your inflamed vocal cords and sore throat. Just add 1/2 teaspoon of salt to a cup of warm water and gargle with it. Do this several times a day.
5. Lemon juice. The acidic nature of lemon juice can kill bacteria and viruses, and relieve various symptoms of laryngitis. Plus, it helps loosen mucus. Squeeze the juice of a lemon into a glass of warm water. Add 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt. If you do not have sea salt, then just use table salt. Gargle with this solution several times a day.
6. Garlic. The antimicrobial property in garlic helps kill bacteria and viruses. It also acts as a natural expectorant. Chew a raw garlic clove slowly and then swallow it. Another option is to chop several garlic cloves, place them into a jar and cover it with equal parts of raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar and distilled water. Shake the jar to mix the contents thoroughly and then let it sit for about 4 hours. Finally, add some raw honey to it before storing it in the refrigerator. Take 1 to 3 teaspoons of this garlic syrup every 6 to 8 hours.
7. Honey. Honey can be highly beneficial for soothing an irritated throat as it helps coat and soothe your throat. It can also help reduce inflammation. The simplest way to use honey is to swallow some raw honey several times a day. You can also try herbal tea made with honey and lemon. To make the tea, add the juice from 1/2 lemon and 1 or 2 tablespoons of raw honey to a cup of hot water. You can also add a dash of cayenne pepper to it. Drink it once or twice a day.
8. Licorice. Licorice is another effective remedy to help relieve throat irritation, thanks to its antiviral and anti-inflammatory properties. It also acts as a natural expectorant to get rid of mucus. Boil 1 teaspoon of dried licorice root in a cup of water for about 5 minutes. Strain and drink this licorice tea up to 3 times a day. You can also try licorice lozenges. Note: licorice may interact with certain medication and may not be suitable for people with high blood pressure, kidney disease, liver disease, or heart disease. It is also not recommended for pregnant and breastfeeding women. Additional tips: when dealing with laryngitis, it is suggested to speak softly, but do not whisper, as that would put more strain on the vocal cords. Give rest to your larynx. Avoid clearing your throat. Drink adequate water to stay hydrated, but avoid alcohol and caffeine intake. Do not smoke and also avoid secondhand smoking. Avoid upper respiratory infections. Use a humidifier or vaporizer to add moisture to the air. Get vocal therapy, which helps analyze the way you use your voice so that you can correct any abnormal speech patterns.